Branson Bank. We can talk about 25 years in the community. No big deal. Huh, Miss Lindy?
Yeah.
How are things going?
It is going great. Yes, thanks for mentioning it.
Yes, of course.
25 years.
25 years, no big deal.
Milestone, I tell you what, guys, I keep going back to, right now with all that we have going on and the growth that we've seen, and we're just so blessed and honored to be able to support our community. But I keep going back to, just what the beginnings were. Bill Jones was able to join us last time in the studio and spoke a little bit about, that the start of our company. And, he and Wes Strange, they had an idea. Branson Bank wasn't built by a combination of other banks coming together or a merger or acquisition, things of that nature. No, we were a startup. That came from a small idea on a yellow legal notepad of, how can we do this? Why not? And that idea, after a year and a half of planning, came to fruition on March 22nd of 2000 when we opened doors in our trailer. Yes, a humble trailer on Highway 248. And while that building was being built, and we've grown. And Bill even sat here and said, I was opening accounts. I was doing, all the things because you had to with 4 or 5 people at the beginnings. He was wearing lots of hats.
And that's why it's always cool when you have a business that is celebrating such a milestone, especially one that came out of literally nothing. It just came out of an idea. And when you think about these restaurants, these empires really that have been around, the people that started it, they had to take tickets. They had to work the point of sale system. They had to flip burgers or, make the blue jeans or the T-shirts or whatever it is they're selling. So it's really cool not only that Branson Bank has made it for 25 years, but Bill's still active.
Yes.
Bill's still easing around. And
He's still doing all of that. And he's been through it. And that's why, as we're leading into Small Business Month celebration, so May is National Small Business Month, we have teamed up with Smart and Simple Communications to help with a few efforts, and one of which being our Lunch and Learn, which we will have on May 8th.
That's going to be a fun event. Yeah. We've got the one and only Stephen Tiberius Willoughby, who is taking care of that. Yeah, not the Lord, no. The boss, yes. Yeah. Steve knows a thing or two about small businesses, man. I mean, when you look at how long Steve has been here in Branson, Missouri, like we're talking about well over 30 years, close to 40 years that he's been a part of this community. He has seen the ups, the downs, the ebbs, the flows. We work with so many small businesses. It seems like it's a great partnership.
Yes. And with the Lunch and Learn, you're going to hear a lot about some tips and tricks and things that he can give you, some nuggets that you can take back and immediately implement with your small business when it comes to marketing. And as you know, with marketing, there's so many different things that you can do, so many different ways that you can put your message out and share about your business and your products and services, things of that nature. But what he's going to share with you, you're going to be to take some of those tips home with you and immediately implement. But then also he's going to share, here are some ways that you can grow. If you want to scale your business, if you want to see more people walk through your storefront, through your theater, etc., he's got some great ways of doing that. And of course, those are all those different advertising channels, from radio to digital to billboard to print to newspaper to let's keep going. But there's so many different ways, and he can help you identify what's important to you and where you want to share your messaging. And then, of course, our team at Branson Bank, we have a wonderful group of professionals that help our businesses. And I have one of these individuals with me today. I wanted to introduce Norma DeRochers. She is our Business Services Concierge Officer. I probably said that wrong, Norma. All right. And Norma's been with us for over 20 years, guys. Like, she knows Branson Bank. She knows our customers. She knows how to get them where they need to be. So, Norma, I appreciate you helping out with our Lunch and Learn. Maybe you can share a little bit about that.
Thank you. We want you to feel comfortable. If you have a problem, we want you to come in and come to my office, and we talk through it one-on-one and find the solution that best fits your need. And sometimes those needs change. So it might be in a year later, after you've done your startup for your business, you get to come back through and, hey, Norma, what else can I do? And so we get to walk through those and find what fits you. And that's what gives us our niche in this community is you get me, you get a live person. If you need to talk to me, I have a direct line. you need to come see me. I have an office out there on Gretna Road. You get to come in and let's talk through it. Mm-hmm.
So essentially, Miss Norma, you are our friend on the inside.
Absolutely.
That's really what it is. So you are basically the person that these small business owners, these people pick up the phone and call and say, hey, something unforeseen came up, or hey, something that we kind of knew was coming up and it's time to go about that. So that has to start with a personal relationship, does it not?
Absolutely. And we want you to build a relationship with me. You become family to us. You don't just become that business on the corner. You become family. You get busy in that business and we know you're working and you can't get away. I get to come to you and stuff. So that gives us another advantage to help you as a small business.
That's pretty fun, actually. That's another service that I don't feel like a whole lot of banks or a whole lot of financial institutions can offer, to have that sort of one-on-one individual community access. I mean, it really seems like, especially in a place that is known for mom and pop, for small businesses here in Branson. And again, we do have some of our larger corporations and larger companies here in town, but it really is the small businesses, the mom and pops, that make Branson what it is. Mm-hmm. Yep. It really is.
Joining Norma at our Lunch and Learn will be, of course, some others on our team. We've got Greg Baker. He's our chief lending officer, takes care of all of those loan situations, from startups, SBA loans, government-backed loans, things like that. He's going to have some information. We also have Stacy Cash, who she does all of our business services.
Cash?
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
that works
awesome.
Great, doesn't it?
Come on. I love the way she just went right on past that.
We wouldn't let her, though.
No,
No. I should have known.
I'm sure she hears it all the time anyway.
She does. But she's the one that will, after you've sat down with Norma and opened your accounts and done all of that, she's the one that's coming to you and helping, setting up your payroll and doing your electronic banking and digital stuff on the back end. She's the one that can be that person that can help you with anything that you need. Then also, as we've talked in the last few times, fraud is huge.
Yeah.
Becca Mullen's going to be with us at the Lunch and Learn. She's going to talk about what are some of the current scams, fraud attempts that's going on that are affecting small businesses, why you should be aware of those things, and how to stay above it and not get tricked into, clicking on a link or clicking on something or being asked to do something. She's going to be able to help with that.
And it is so crazy out there right now. By the way, Josh Clark, Kevin Russell, the Upside with Josh, and them, Miss Norma, Miss Lindy joining us from Branson Bank today. It's crazy. The point now, you used to have to actually make a couple clicks, right? You used to actually have to do. Now they're so good that all you have to do is just sometimes open up an email. Right? Mm-hmm. You don't even have to click on anything. You just see a sketchy email and open it up. We were told, just delete it. If you feel like it's sketchy or whatever, just delete it. Don't even open it. It's good to have some people that try to stay on the cutting edge of that and sort of let us know.
Yeah. And I know this is going to be addressed there, but just all of you out there listening, and not even just small business, but just, normal people, regular people.
Our people.
If somebody's pressuring you to do something like that, something's wrong. Stop, call somebody, call the police officers, call your bank, call whoever. Don't fall for it. If you're getting pressured, no, you have to do this right now, something's wrong.
Yeah, and a good rule of thumb is just don't give out personal information. Just don't give out that kind of information. And if someone asks you to go and purchase a gift card to pay for something, don't
do it.
Don't do it. Just don't.
And that's why having that personal relationship with your banker is so important. And again, some of these technologies, they end up duplicating phone numbers, and sometimes voice is a situation. Yeah. But if you truly know your banker and you know them, how they're going to speak to you, and just that dynamic, you can rest assured that if you're calling the number that is theirs, you are the one contacting them when you're having an issue, then you're going to be able to find out if that was a legitimate request or not. And most of the time it's not.
Yeah.
And be sure to call your banker. Not just us, any
institution,
bank. Call them if you're having any concern, and they're going to want to help you.
But that's one of the great things about Branson Bank is the two prime examples right here of how great of an organization it is to work with the long-term employees, right? And how they take care of people and all that. I remember, Norma, when I worked in a restaurant and would come do the daily deposit, I would walk into that 248 location. Your desk was right there to the right.
It was.
And I remember you'd greet me, unless you were talking to another client or guest, you'd greet me, hey, good morning, and it's still that way when you walk into any Branson Bank location. Welcome to Branson Bank. And I always left with a cookie. So, and as you can tell by looking at me, but it's, but I'll tell you, that's the thing is, with this fraud is you can always just hang up the phone, walk into your bank, and those people, and let me go see if this is real. Walk in, talk to them face to face.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Miss Lindy, how can folks sign up for our Lunch and Learn?
Yes. So we have a website devoted for that registration. You're going to go to smartandsimplecommunications.com/small business. You'll be able to register there. Seating is limited, so be sure you go ahead and get your seats procured, and we'll be giving away free box lunch that day, most likely Chick-fil-A, so of course, and our cookies. We'll bring our cookies that day. Yes, but certainly we want you to come enjoy lunch, network, visit with some of our professionals, and then hopefully take some big nuggets away that you can take and implement directly for your business.
So something like this, with all this information that you're going to be given, the lunch and all that, it's got to cost a lot, right? No?
No, not at all. It's free.
Huh?
What?
It's free.
Hold up, free?
Free.
So, hold on. So you're telling me,
Josh's favorite word.
son, you ain't wrong about that. If it's free, it's me, as old Deeser likes to say. So you're telling me that a small business owner can go to this, any business owner really can go to this, can learn all sorts of simple tricks and tools and things to help their business. Also can learn how to combat against fraud, right? And then take that information back to their business and share with their employees, share with their fellow managers and owners as a way to get everybody kind of on the same page. It don't cost a dime to go and do this.
No, and honestly, we want you to have that information. We want you to be successful. We want our small businesses to grow and prosper. That's our community.
Yeah.
And as a community bank, it comes full circle, guys. Kind of like a cookie.
Yep, right.
Full circle.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you like that?
See that?
Okay.
I love it. That's so awesome. Miss Lindy, 25 years. Y'all got stuff going on all year long. How cool is it to just sit back and go, wow, we get to plan this. We get to celebrate this all year long.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful partnership with Ozarks Dynacom, the radio stations, as well as working with Steve Willoughby. It was funny. Last year we sat down and just had an open conversation of what is our goal this year? How do we want to support our community? How can we best educate, etc. And from that, this business celebration came to fruition. And what I love about this partnership is, we're helping take care of and sponsoring the Small Business Lunch and Learn. But Smart and Simple Communications, guys, there's some great scholarships that they're going to award when it comes to advertising. So when you go to that website, you're going to see the ability to enter to win some dollars. So it's going to affect your advertising.
Yeah, your
it's
marketing
advertising
dollars.
prizes.
Yeah.
And so they're giving away up to $60,000 in advertising scholarships. Wow. So I would encourage you, that same website, smartandsimplecommunications.com/small business. Find out how your business can enter to win those advertising scholarships while registering for our Lunch and Learn.
Right, because, with Smart and Simple Communications awarding those scholarships, that's life-changing for some of these small businesses.
Dude, it totally is. How many times have you woke up in the morning and thought, wow, Kevin and them sure do talk a lot about Branson Bank or about Grand Country, about, hey, look, all you got to do is enter to win. Y'all can get on the air. Y'all can come in and hang out with us. We love to help. I mean, we're all about Branson here. We are what the radio business refers to as hyper local, and not every place can do that. Like, we've got small town charm and big city entertainment here. We've got everything all in one, and it's awesome that we have an institution that can take care of the biggest of the big and even the smallest of the small.
Yeah.
And in most cases, a marketing budget for a small business is less than $10,000.
Yeah.
3 awards up to $60,000. Kudos to Smart and Simple Communications. That is amazing that they are offering those opportunities for some 3 local businesses. We're talking Taney and Stone County businesses can enter to or apply for those scholarships.
That's awesome.
So
Pretty
Awesome.
smartandsimplecommunications.com to get
small
business, yes,
Yes.
to get signed up for that lunch and learn. Miss Lindy, I know that we've got another visit. I don't see it scheduled
It's
on
next week, I believe.
Is
Tuesday.
it next week? Next Tuesday? Is that right? Okay, I don't have it on my.
You should.
I don't have it on. Hang on, let me refresh it and see if it's on there. Nope, I don't see it on there, Kevin Russell. Well, we'll just see you next Tuesday.
Okay. I think Becca's in the studio with me next week. So so we'll be talking about fraud. I believe that's correct.
So, by the way, I have the personal cell phone number for Nolan. I text him and I asked him what his walk-up song is.
Yeah.
It's My Love, Justin
Okay.
Timberlake.
I knew it was Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
Just about the first 15 seconds, he said.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Miss Lindy, it's always awesome to see you. We enjoy you stopping by. Miss Norma, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Glad to have you stop by anytime you need something. Y'all just holler. You got the you got the hookup. Miss
I'd
Lindy.
encourage you guys. Norma, she's amazing. On the marketing side, I always get to hear the great things about our people. And Norma is the real deal. If she says she's going to call you back, she does it by end of day. And she takes care of a lot of our customers and does a wonderful job. So I'd encourage you, reach out, see Norma. She's at our Gretna location, and we're happy to take care of you.
That's awesome. Our friends at Branson Bank. Go to bransonbank.com for more on all things Branson Bank. And, you should stop by and talk to our friends. They will put a cookie in your hand and answer all of your questions. Kevin Russell, it's
Speaking of a